Hi, welcome to the 2021 Autumn Ridge 32 BHS. We're going to give you a brief tour and introduce you to one of our newer trailers that have come in this year. We're going to start our tour on the outside of the trailer, and we'll start it here at the hot water tank. So we have important here is the drain plug and the pressure relief valve. Whenever you remove this drain plug, it's important that before you do so, you release pressure in the hot water tank via the pressure relief valve. We'll move along here. Next, we'll come to the front to right stabilization jack. These are not to be used for leveling the trailer. However, once you get the trailer level, you can use these to stabilize and take some of the movement out of the trailer. Right above and to the right of that, we have your front storage compartment access, which houses your manual crank for the stabilization jack, as well as the manual crank for the electric tongue jack. We also have your 30 amp power cord, and if you have a drill, you can use this on your drill to raise and lower the jacks. You can see there's a light in there. Now, right beside this compartment door, we have your solar ready hookup. Move along to the front here, we'll see where the storage compartment or storage place is for your battery. You see your battery leads here. Your propane system. I'll remove the provided cover. You see that this propane system is equipped with a crossover regulator. What that means is, if this handle right here is pointing in this direction, it will automatically draw from this tank. However, once this drops below a predetermined amount of pressure, which is predetermined automatically by the regulator, nothing anybody has to worry about. But as soon as the pressure drops here below a certain amount, it'll automatically draw from this tank here without you having to turn this at all. So we'll continue along the front to your electric tongue jack. You'll see that there's this port right at the top here that you can use the manual tongue jack if you don't have any power. We have the light and the operation of the tongue jack itself. Here we have your breakaway cable for your trailer brakes. If your tow vehicle becomes disengaged from the trailer itself, it'll pull this pin out and engage the trailer brakes. Also, if you notice that the trailer isn't towing right, there's more resistance than you think there should be, or it just feels like the brakes are locked on, then just maybe check to make sure that this pin is inserted all the way in. It's very easy to pull it out a bit while you're hooking up or unhooking. Continue along the outside of the trailer, we have the off-door access to the same storage compartment. Come to your 30 amp power supply. This is where you plug the cord in, I showed you, and then you plug it into your campground power. Next we have a docking station. Got a neat little kickstand here that holds the door open. We also have your valves here. So when this handle's in this direction, this outlet will be used, or inlet I guess, will be used for your city water. So if you're at a campground, you hook it up to the hose from the campground type thing. That's where you put it. And this is what position this should be in. Flip it over to the other position, and now you're in a tank fill position. So it will fill your freshwater tank. Have connections for your outdoor shower. We also have your satellite or cable connection and tank flush. Right below here, we'll note that we have the handles and valves for black and gray water, as well as the output for both the black and gray water. So continue along. Around the back of the trailer, you'll notice our outdoor kitchen as we come around the side. Complete with the fridge, and we have your outdoor range top. This is pretty simple. It's connected on the back. Here, you just leave this end connected. This end here connects to a quick connect propane connection here. So you simply remove this. See, you have quick connect there. You push it in to this here, and when you go to use the barbecue, make sure this valve is in the open position like that. And then when you're ready, you just put it back underneath the drawer that the barbecue slides out of. So, we've done the full circle here, and we'll come underneath the awning. There's a nice awning light there that I'll turn on in a minute, but we'll also note that on the heads of either end of the awning, there and there are speakers that you can operate from inside the unit. Also of note here is the GFCI power, as well as your fridge venting. Now, because it's under the awning, sometimes people will lean stuff up against the trailer. That's never a good idea anyways, because the trailer has movement. You could scratch the siding, but also this here it needs airflow for the fridge to function properly. So if it's blocked up, you don't get the airflow, and the fridge will not work properly. While we're here, of note, because it's underneath the awning, is the exhaust for the furnace. It can get quite warm, so just make sure if you have kids that nobody's touching it. And we have the other input for the fresh water. So this is where you put your potable water. Let's continue on the inside of the trailer here. First thing that we'll note is this nice large closet. I'm not sure if you can really see, it's a little dark. And then right below there, we have fire extinguisher. Right inside to the right of the door, we also have your indicator panel, your battery, fresh water, black and gray water tank levels, switch for your water pump, and your water heater. We also have the main switch for your main interior lights, and here is the switch for your LED awning lights. Below that, we also have the control to extend or retract your awning, as well as to extend or retract this main slide here. If we come over to this wall here, we will see that that is the switch to operate the slide in the bunkhouse here. So here's your bunk. Lots of room for sleeping in here. This folds up and then locks in place via that. So you can sit at the dining room table. You can fold this down into another bed. And if you want to sleep up in this bunk, you simply put it back down and away you go. We have some USB connectivity here in the bunkhouse, as well as more storage. Very large storage closet there. Lots of nice shelving underneath the bottom bunk here for storage, as well as you have access to the upper storage from the bunk. Kind of handy if you have any kids that read or want to have some books in there. They can have access from their bed. In this bunkhouse, we also have connectivity for a TV here. Most important, if you have kids, which I assume you would if you're looking at this trailer, is the emergency exit. It's pretty simple open. There's no screen on this window. Simply pop both handles up. Not hard to do. I think most kids would be able to do it. All the way up, and then push the window out. Alright, let's continue into the main area of the trailer here. You have your TV. This TV in this unit also serves as your radio or stereo. So you choose a different source through the TV remote, and you can pick the FM source, and it will play music inside the trailer through the TV or outside on the awning speakers as well. On the remote, there is a button that you can cycle through between zone A or B, zone A being inside, B being outside on the awning speakers. So you can have both on, both off, or one or the other on. Before we leave the TV here, I just want to note back in behind, we have this little wee button. You can see that red light comes on and off. That's the switchy between your cable satellite and antenna. So if you're having reception issues, try looking there and just press the button, see if it helps. You might have to research for channels, and then press the button, research for channels, and then see if it's fixed. Next we come to the Norcold Refrigerator. And freezer. Pretty simple. It's 3 modes. With power on, so we have straight up gas. Now if there is an issue where the gas isn't working, which there is right now, then this will indicate that there's an issue, and I'll show you that. Yeah, I'll show you when it happens, but I'll show you that what happens if there's no gas. The other mode here is auto, so it'll pick between electric or gas. It'll pick electric first if present, and then just straight up electric. So we'll go back to propane there. Next, let's look up, take a look at your AC, what it looks like on the inside. Of note here, when it is turned on, if these louvers are open, the majority of the air will fall through here. If you close them, it will force the air to come through ports like here, bathroom, bedroom, another one here, and then there would be one in the bunkhouse as well. Moving on to the stove area here. microwave, your range hood light combo, and then we have your stove top or range top. This is pretty easy. There's a little flame on the dial. You put that towards this arrow for the light position. The dial even lights up in red. And then you turn this to ignite the gas. You do that for all of these. For the oven itself, it is the same process. Turn the dial till it's at this little flame position here. Matches up with the arrow. And you turn the igniter. The only difference, in order for to release the gas into the oven, you have to press and hold in the knob as you turn the igniter. This also has lights for inside the oven, the dials, and just the dials themselves. So, take a look at your power center. So this is where you'd have access to your fuses that you might see in your vehicle, very similar, and your breakers like you probably see in your house. They function in the same way. The breakers have an on-off position, clearly labeled. If you're having an issue with power and you feel comfortable, then you can take a look in here. There, I flipped that one off. Lights go out, flip it on, the lights come on. If you're comfortable, this could be the source of some power issues. If not, then feel free to give us a call and we can help you out. We'll do our best anyway. Then we have your carbon monoxide smoke detector. This is a good idea to test it every once in a while. You can press the button on the front. I usually suggest the same time you test a smoke detector, and the easiest way to remember is every time you change your clock with daylight savings. Unless, of course, they actually get rid of it, then you'll just have to remember. Speaking of the aforementioned smoke detector, there it is. It's a good idea to press the button on here and test it every once in a while. Again, like I mentioned, every 6 months with the clock changes with daylight savings time. Next, we'll move on to your thermostat. Getting the big head out of the way so you can maybe see it without the shadows. That's a capacitive touch button, meaning that you don't really have to press it, you just have to tap your finger against it. You can cycle through the options. You have a fan, high, low, or auto, your AC, and your furnace. And to cycle through the temperature settings, you use the up and down arrows. Let's move on to the bathroom. Walk in and turn on the lights here. We have a switch for the fan, which I hit, and for the lights. Nice big bathroom, very wide, lots of storage, nice big shower. And lastly, we'll come into the bedroom. It's equipped with the same USB charging capabilities as the bunkhouse. It is also equipped with an emergency exit. This one's a little different. You have to press down on the black tab with your thumb, push the red handle over and out, and then push the red handle right out of the trailer altogether. And then you can grab this red tab and pull the screen out and escape to safety if you need to do so. We also have storage under the bed here, which can be handy. And it is ready for a TV and TV mount, if you decide to purchase that separately. So, coming back into the main part of the trailer, I just want to show you what it looks like if you put your fridge onto propane and there's no propane. Basically, a red light comes on and says, "Can't do that, something's wrong." So the first thing to check is make sure that You actually open the propane tanks, the bottle at the front, and if you did do that, then sometimes the pressure doesn't build up, so turn it off, give it a minute, and then try to turn it on again. A lot of times that will also remedy the situation. Well, I hope you enjoyed our brief tour of the 2021 32 BHS Autumn Ridge. Any questions? Feel free to give us a call and we'll do our best to answer you. Thank you very much.